cheap and it's apparently easy to buy. Those are a couple of reasons why heroin is creeping into Mississippi.
Heroin is reaching epidemic levels on the East Coast and in the Midwest, and now the people who fight on the front line of illegal drugs are seeing more heroin use moving closer to North Mississippi and even Central Mississippi. WCBI's Jory Talley joins us live in Columbus with more on that. Jory?
Andre and Joey, heroin is hitting the main streets of Mississippi, and DeSoto County ranks #1 in the state with the most heroin-related overdose deaths. And although the drug hasn't hit this area quite as strong as others, law enforcement and coroners are preparing for it. It was one of the drugs of choice in the 1970s, and through the years, heroin has been dismissed as the junkie's drug. But first responders say heroin is now the drug of the middle class, and it's coming to a neighborhood near you.
If we knew how quickly it was moving, we'd go wherever it is and stop it there. But, you know, there's no telling. You know, we may have an overdose today. So there's no timeline as to how it moves or when it moves or where it's going to pop up next.
Lowndes County Coroner Greg Merchant says he hasn't seen heroin overdoses yet, but he knows the drug is out there, dangerous and deadly.
We understand that every dose is not always the same, and you know, depending on the supplier and the need and so forth. I think that's the problem with the heroin right now. It's just there's not a standard of it.
And it's that inconsistency that's causing those overdoses. And it's something Sheriff CECIL CANTRELL has dealt with in Monroe County. He says the drug is getting to be a problem in the area, but not as bad as it currently is in other counties.
We have heroin here. We make arrests on heroin through the sheriff's departments and investigation and drug bust. Heroin is getting to be a real choice of drug dealers. You know, it's easy to get.
Cantrell says heroin is one of the strongest drugs on the street. He believes most users are in their mid-20s.
Heroin is hard to detect on someone. It's a high that you reach, and you really don't think that person's high, but he knows he's high. He's in la-la land, but it's hard to detect. That's why they do that, because they can fool people.
Merchant says there's a long list of toxicology reports waiting to be done at the State Crime Lab in Pearl. Live in Columbus, Jory Talley, WCBI News. Back to the studio.